guys, it's Katrinka. I am on another road trip and I'm going to bring you along with me. I am going to do a 5-day trip this time. I typically do my longer trips out of the country, but since COVID has us locked down, I am going to do a longer trip here in the U.S. I'm going to go from Los Angeles all the way to Utah. I am going to do 2 of the big 5 parks, national parks. I'll do Bryce and Zion. Along the way, I have several stops planned going to and coming from those parks. Right now, I am here in a place called Calico. It is a ghost town here in California. It's about 2 hours from Los Angeles. So I'm going to walk on into the town, take some pictures and some videos, and let you know how it goes. So I hope you enjoy this journey. My tour walking through the ghost town, and just to give you a quick update, this is a pretty neat place to stop if you're on the way from Los Angeles to Las Vegas or Las Vegas to Los Angeles. This is a quick detour off of Highway 15. It's about 2 hours from LA, so I'm assuming it's about the same distance from Los Angeles. They have restaurants here that are open. They have souvenir shops. There's like a blacksmith a display, and there's also a place where like they used to do puppet shows. There's an overlook where you can walk up a slight hill, not too high, I would say moderate height, to overlook the whole town. Yeah, but it's pretty cool. Out of 5 stars, I would give this like maybe a 3.5 to 4 stars. And yeah, I'm glad I took the detour. So I will continue on my journey. I have another stop on the way before I get to my final destination. Actually, I got 2 stops. So I'll let you guys see what I see when I get there. So I've made it over to the 7 Magic Mountains. This is a spot that I've been wanting to get to for quite some time, ever since I heard about it. So I'm pretty excited. This is an extension of the Nevada Museum of Art, and it was actually installed here in 2016. So it's fairly new. I'll get up close and get some pics for you guys. Wow, what a day. So we made it to our hotel room. We got all checked in. So we're here in Zion, one of the main features of this trip, and excited to get out and go to the park tomorrow. So this morning got a little bit of a late start. I made my reservations for my rental car, but when I got there, due to COVID, there was a line. Even though everyone had reservations, there was still a line. And then I think there was an issue with the vehicles because I didn't get the vehicle that I wanted. They said it wasn't available, but they did give me an upgrade. So I'm okay with that. I honestly didn't want a huge vehicle because I'm going to be up in the mountains, and I don't want to drive a vehicle I'm unfamiliar with on mountains. But so far, so good in getting to Zion. It wasn't as mountainous as Yosemite, so hey, I made it through that. I can make it through this. So we got to go to the ghost town. We went to see the 7 Magic Mountains, but actually on the way there, we went to see the world's tallest thermometer. So we got pictures of that, some cool graffiti art that was in town. We stopped by the Alien beef jerky place and got us some beef jerky. And then, like I said, we went to the Seven Magic Mountains, which so far to me, that was the highlight of the trip. It was some place that I had wanted to go for quite some time. We got to see the sunset there. Because the sunset, we missed our next stop because it was just way too dark to go. But, you know, things happen. So we're going to try to go to that other stop on the way back home. I think we'll be fine. So tomorrow we're going to head on into Zion. We had to get a ticketed entry. I do have an annual pass, but right now you're having to get a ticketed entry for the shuttle, not for the park, but for the shuttle. And it's my understanding the shuttle is the only way you can get to certain sites within the park. So got up early, went ahead and got my tickets online, and we're all set. Our goal tomorrow is to hike the Narrows. So the Narrows is basically a hike that's through a riverbed. So you're actually hiking a river, and the river goes from wide to narrow. I think they said it's about a 2-hour hike to get to the river, and then through the river, you know, it could be, by the time you get to the end and back, it could be a full day trip. So we'll see how far we get with that, but we are gonna go. We're gonna head into town early and rent some shoes and thermal socks and hiking sticks, because that was the recommendation, that you go ahead and get that because you are going to get wet. They said that there's points in this river where you actually are covered up to here. So let's see how this goes. Anyway, we're going to get a good night's rest and continue our journey tomorrow. Good morning. So I have made it up to Zion Canyon. This is one of my dreams. I know I say that in every video, but I love to travel, and there's always something that I'm seeing online that I want to go to, and Zion has been on my list for quite some time. I think once I started traveling domestically and maybe going to national parks, I was getting all of these notifications in my social media feed, and this one popped up. What I loved about it was the rich colors. Anything like near the Grand Canyon, you're gonna get those rich reds, and this was one of the parks that had all those rich colors. And also I loved how tall the mountains were, and you could ride along those tall mountains. So it kind of put in perspective how small we are in life. So anyway, we got up this morning, got our gear. We went to Zion Guru and picked up our shoes, our thermal socks. We actually got the wet pants because we don't want to get wet at all. And we got a wet bag so we can put our cameras and our electronics in, because when you're hiking the Narrows, the water can get pretty high. Like I said, I heard it can get up to here. When I was at the Zion Guru, they said it can only get waist high. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. Anyway, so we're gonna head on, we're catching the shuttle buses. We're stopping a couple places on the way. We're gonna take some hikes, and then we're gonna head on to the Narrows. We made it to Riverside Walk, which takes us down to the Narrows. We're almost there, guys. It's about a 1-mile walk, so we should be there in about 20-30 minutes. made it to the start of the Narrows. So basically the river starts wide, you hike the river, and it gets narrower and narrower as you go along. So let's see how good I do. The walk from the shuttle was about a mile, and actually I definitely hit my 10,000 steps on the way because my Fitbit started vibrating. So let's see how many steps I get by the end of the day. All right, I'm excited. One thing, they do say that the water is, it has algae in it, and it's not supposed to be good. It's a little bit toxic, so they do warn you about walking through it. But I've made it this far. I don't know, between algae and COVID, I don't know. I gotta go. I'm this far. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I did it. I walked the Narrows. I didn't get to the end. I don't even know how far I got, but let me just say I've walked 14,000 steps today, so that's about 6 miles, and a lot of it was getting to the Narrows and actually walking through the Narrows. Some tips. One, the wet pants were definitely a win because the water is pretty cold. The same with the socks and the shoes, definitely a win. And the walking stick was very, very helpful for us. Oh, stay towards the sides. The middle can get deep at times, but then there's times when the middle is the shallowest part. So just watch what everyone else is doing. See how deep they go into the water where they're walking, and walk that way. I don't think I have any other tips. It was well worth it. This was something I wanted to do, and coming back I was a little bit overwhelmed with emotion that I actually did it. So anyway, we have another hike to do today, so I'm gonna get going and update you guys later. I'm at another stop along the shuttle, and what you're looking at now is called Angel's Landing. It's a pretty tall peak, and from what I hear, it gets scary once you get to the top because the only thing you have up there holding you are some chains. Next to that, the white dome is called the Great White Throne, and I believe it was named that by the Mormons. And then the final peak that you see there on the left is called the Organ. We've made our way further into Bryce Canyon, and I'll say that I love this park. What I love the most is that it's basically one main road that takes you through the park to all the different viewpoints. Good morning. So here we are on day 4 of our 5-day road trip. We are currently at Valley of Fire State Park, which is right outside of Las Vegas. We're on our way back towards LA. So we're gonna walk around this park, do a couple of trails. It is hot out here. We're going back to California, so we're headed into the desert. So I'm not sure how long I'm gonna last, but I'm gonna last as long as I can because, you know, this trip has been amazing for me. So out here at Valley of Fire, there's 2 different types of rock, which is so cool when you're driving through. So the red rock is on the right side of the park, and on the left side you have like green grass and more sediment over there. And that's due to the fault line. There's a fault line that runs through here. So I read that in the visitor center. Good morning. Today is day 5 and the last day of our road trip. We are here in Death Valley, California. We came from Utah yesterday through Las Vegas and ended up running into Area 51. So we got some cool pics with some aliens, and then we came here and settled for the night. We have a couple of sites we plan to see today, and once we see those sites, we're going to head back to Los Angeles. Thank you guys for staying with me through this journey. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you like what you saw, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment box and I will respond. Okay guys, this is the last stop for us on our trip. We stopped at the Stovepipe Wells Visitor Center to grab a bite to eat and then pick up some souvenirs for friends and family. Again, thank you for journeying with us, and I hope you enjoyed everything you saw.